You know, I do want you to wait. Seriously. Okay, so. Again, I'd like a little bit more energy sooner on the first jump, but it was better than our first jump. I thought the jump fine, straightness was good. I would like you to think about, I liked the balance through the bounce. I thought the quality of your contact might have been a little bit on the loose side, but let's agree that your impression of a softer, more elastic arm, based on you just kind of loosening the reins, is a really good idea for bouncy collected steps, right? Would you agree with that? Yeah. So I want to see you kind of adopt that same idea during the strides where you're asking to collect over there by the end of the arena on the center line. Because your body language when you're asking to collect there is different than your body language when you're keeping the collection through the line. You're more rigid in your arms and you're pushing harder with your seat.
Through the line.
No, when you went for the downward transition after this, you're actually using two pretty different sets of A's to produce exactly the same thing. So I prefer a lighter seat and a more flexible elbow for collection. So if you would imagine, if you think about what Charlotte Dujardin's position and her, you ever see a snapshot, a still picture of her on Valegro doing a canter pirouette, you'll actually notice that her hip angle is a little closed. She's actually soft, not a jumping position, but she's certainly not back. She's more where you were through that really simple bounce. So that was a good, high active leg movement kind of balance, where when you're down there by the center line, asking for the collection, you're a little harder with your elbow and you're pushing with your hips. So I would like you, it's not that I don't want him to come under with his butt, but in super collection, the best way to get the horse's butt to come under is to give a little bit more room with your seat so the back can come up and then you can push the hind legs under. Think about it, just like you did on the bounce. Okay, now you get to go.
Do you want me to do it again after her?
No, we'll go on, do something else. I'll make it bigger, make it bigger. It'll happen someplace else. Just you're thinking about it as a theme. Just ask yourself the question, well, where do I go with my butt? Okay. So you get to do the bounce again and be really aggressive about the straightness.
Okay.
So you have to think what part of your body, if you take all the way from your heels all the way to your head, including your arms, where do you have the best chance of keeping him straight? What would you think? In your body, where do you keep your horses straight? Hands, legs, thighs, where?
My legs and thighs.
Yeah, thighs. I would say the thighs is your best stuff, just above your knee. You know, not your crotch area, but there you go. So I think her right, that's interesting. So that was certainly better. So we were just discussing, where do you really keep your horse straight? So personally, I keep my horses straight right here. Right? So it's interesting that your left leg is more on than your right leg over the second fence of the bounce. Your legs both look the same on the first, and the second one there's a gap in your thigh right there. The second one. On the right side opens the door to you. So make sure that you're sitting really, not rigid, but you want to feel that you've got that coordination here. Because that will hurt you on a corner.
Yeah.
Okay, so my loyal ring crew, put the bounce up 2 holes, 2 up, and you're going to spread the second fence toward me about yay far, 2 of your feet.
Okay.
2 of your feet further on the line. Okay, so now we're gonna go a little harder now. We're gonna go triple bar. Left hand, nice soft bending line to our vertical, which will go a little bit bigger, followed by a right hand turn. Up over our nice little chevron. Ascending chevron. From that chevron, we're going to make a right-hand turn back to that low plank.
Inside the triple.
front of the triple bar back to the plank. Now, when you're thinking about how you're going to have to manage your motions on the chevron, because it's designed just like the triple bar, you put it in a certain way, but if you ride it that certain way, you're going to pay a price. Maybe a straightness price, but for sure you're going to pay a balance price, and you have to ask yourself the question, how efficient can I be to actually get the stride collected on that turn for the vertical, or will I just end up shortening the stride but losing the power? Collection has power. By the way, I should have mentioned that ran a much better approach and much better with his shape. He didn't have that little diving reaction on that thing. So we'll be watching for that here. One thing we can do, we find that he's consistently dropping his shoulders too quickly. Start to let the landing rail gradually out of the cover. A little slap with his top. So you can try to jump like this. Well, just start out with the landing rail. Pushing through with 3 jumps. Get it out to a nice hard place. Really, if you jump out over that grass, counts. Good job. When I'm king, that'll be against the wall. Yeah, everything will have to be drilled exactly the same. You can't have 0 cuts on the left. Okay, so let's say that we land after this and we feel that our horse is shortening the step but not collecting. We feel the canter quality weakening. What I want to see if that happens is I want to see a canter pirouette to the right here, and then you get to add this jump.
So remember, a whole 360 canter pirouette?
360 degrees. And so you're going to add this fence again. Now, if you feel your horse in the canter pirouette is not soft, they're not really carrying the balance of the pirouette, then you have to keep doing it until you get that, or we'll do some walk canter transitions until we get it. Okay, so let's see it. I agree. Get the engine running.
Sometimes seems uneven, but
Yeah, it's better.
Your time. Now stay there. You can go again. So you can let go of your reins a little more with your thumbs up. So he softens his back. One more time. He's not soft yet. Soft. There, right there. Now continue. Nicely done. Nicely done. Okay, so I see your point on the little drift to the right on this fence. I don't think it's coming from your right rein.
it's going for my leg, not being
Yeah, it's your left, you know? So just make sure that you think about that landing line. It didn't happen at all like that. It's very straight on that. That's when it's curl. Just relax and get that right back, I think. Okay, go ahead. Boy, that was a nice jump. I like that a lot. Almost to the attitude.
Yeah.
Let's stay there. He's not ready yet. Push the outside hind legs forward tonight. There you go. Right there. Go back and do that again. Now you got to keep your shoulders off his neck in that last step.
Do I get the shoulder up too?
Sure. There you go. You got it. Perfect. Perfect. Very nice. So he's, luckily for you, a little sensitive to your shoulders getting over his neck. His shoulders get over his neck. He actually drops his right front leg pretty dramatic. On the left leg for some reason, but on the right leg he does. Okay, so he's good. Very nice. Have you ever ridden with Philip Dutton? He has a really interesting rule about that. Like if you lead long for something, what does it make you do? At the next steps. Doesn't matter where in the course it is, you leave out a stride out of the next jump. So you really have to be careful. If you're thinking, I don't want to waste my one. I know it makes you have to go to square arms and too deep, then you're sort of. So you really have to be clever with him. It's actually, I think, a very good rule. I think it's an excellent rule. Okay, so now, let's come on the... You leave it lower the first time. Since you measured this, you know that this is a 5-stride line from the bounce to this Swedish auction. Now, if you're watching it all, what was happening with most of the kids is you walk this in a pretty, horse show distance, Now, they're a little more warmed up, so it won't be as hard for you guys, but it's definitely, not an easy climb, right? You want to get to this in deep enough, collected enough distance that you can make a left-hand turn and come over the flower fence this way. And you're going to make a right-hand turn back over the front fence. And then you have to angle that red fence in a way that allows you to get to this. Now David has a very interesting technique. It's an exercise he does a lot. These guys belong in the cup scene. Sabrina Miller? I swear to God, she does not have one set of cups on the entire place that isn't bent or warped completely. All of her jumps are mismatched. She does a pretty good job teaching her people with really bad materials. Right? And I said, what do you suggest I do with my jumps? He said, they all need a good coat of fire. Exercises, he'll do it on a kind of an L turn, and what he'll tell you to do is that you have to come straight until you see your distance, then turn. So that's going to be the goal. You're going to land after that, keep the straightness, keep the power, see what you want, and then ride this. Those super sets, just, open them up if you have to get them, right? So, it's bounce, Swedish in 5, left-hand turn with 2 collective fences, right? And then we have to use our straight line in our hop. Right, come all the way up. I'm going to stand here. I'm going to watch you guys on the last line. Okay. Better. Oh, good. You can work on that. Okay. I love that. Benchmark for how you want to get more collective balance, which is over there. And let's kind of experiment a little bit. But here you have the lighter position to get it back in his hand. Because here, you toyed around with the idea, but it didn't really work for you. Didn't quite have the engine running. This was actually pretty nice. And I like your red line to this one. This was good here. The 5 is easy for him. But, this was really good as far, you were appropriately in a schooling session, not 100% confident what you're going to do, but in a showing situation, that would have worked out great for you because it would have been more natural. So I sort of forced you into a slightly unnatural position, but you rode really good, and the straightness was perfect. Look where he landed that time. He was dead center. Here's your landing right here. Absolutely straight. I like that one. Yep. Stay away from his shoulders.
My road got so bad, sorry.
Get that in a little bit more of a forward ride.
Like I said,
Way better. You got better on that forward step. A little low off that distance on the big strong. That was way better. Way better. So, go ahead and put our bounce up a little bit bigger. Let's go up one, just one roll up there. Okay, so last push. 1, 2 on the green, which maybe you get that level for me. Pick that left side up. Continue to the right. Chevron, vertical, ascending fence. I'm going to make this a very square oxer coming this direction. That's why we're with the thing underneath it. It's going to have a very slightly false crown line. So I like the forward ride to that, but make sure you can make this turn and change the balance back. Come down the center here, do the bounce, and finish on the Swedish.